And we are live. Hey, it's good to be here. How are you all? Welcome to live number 4. Can you believe the streak we're on here? 4 lives every Wednesday. I have this incredible event with you. If you're new to this channel, if this is the first time that you're here, please let me explain how this works. Every week, every Wednesday, I'm going to be here with you live, and I'm going to give you one strategy that is going to help you, insurance broker, to attract insurance leads. And I'm not talking about cold leads. I'm not talking about leads that do not convert. I'm talking about in-market shoppers. I'm going to talk about how you can bring to your audience, to your funnel, to your landing pages, you're going to attract the leads that matter. And my name is Ed Cortez. Pleasure to meet you. This is what I do. I help insurance brokers to execute digital marketing strategies on their own without the need to have agencies, without buying leads that are sold to you and then to dozens of other insurance brokers. You're going to go into a new trip here, the trip where you're going to write policies every day. That's my goal. My goal is to have you constantly do 30 policies in 30 days. Pleasure to have you here. Let's begin. Let me change this real quick. And if this is exciting to you as this is for me, make sure that you subscribe to my channel right now. This is the only way that I have to know if this is helping you. And then I'm bringing new content every week. That's the only way that you're going to make sure that YouTube notifies you about when I have new content out here. All right, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Why don't you go ahead and click the like button as well? That is going to help me grow this channel and help me help more insurance brokers. Now, I'm talking about bringing insurance leads to you on the internet. And the math, the equation is actually pretty simple. I'm going to share my screen here with you so you can see the mechanics on lead generation. And then I'm going to go and explain this brand new strategy that I'm excited to share with you. So here's how lead generation works in a nutshell. So you're going to have something called a landing page. Okay, so LP. So a landing page is really a simple page where you have a way for people to contact you. So you're going to have a form, and then this is typically the free quote, get your insurance quote. And then ideally you want to have content around the landing page here that is going to be aligned with mental triggers. Because what we're doing here is we're persuading someone to land in the landing page through a click, and then we need to convince them to become a lead. And one of the most effective tools for that to happen is with mental triggers. Now, mental triggers like authority, scarcity, familiarity, we can all add that here, but that's going to be a topic for another conversation. I'm going to teach you how to really optimize and create a landing page. But here's the basic formula. You need a landing page. You need traffic plus a landing page equals leads. That's the basic formula. And then if you have leads, eventually this is going to become commissions for you. So today I'm going to talk about traffic and what exactly is a traffic source. So A traffic source is basically where people are. Your next buyer, your next insurance buyer, they are in the internet somewhere. They're probably in a ecosystem that is owned by Google, or they are in a ecosystem owned by Facebook. And both ecosystems, they have different um, aspects. Someone that is in the Facebook ecosystem, they're there for social networking. They're there to be entertained. Whereas when they are in the Google ecosystem, they are researching, they are fact finding, they are looking for prices. So company, the only ecosystem that actually knows when someone is looking to buy any type of insurance product is Google. And I get this question every time that I on Instagram I open a stories question box. Insurance brokers, they always ask me, what is the best tool? And when they ask that, it's normally, should I go to Google or Facebook? If you're looking for in-market buyers, the only company that can provide that target, that audience to you is Google. And why is that? Because of the buying intention. When someone is looking to buy something, they're going to research with terms that indicate a buying intention. For instance, if someone types in the Google search box, life insurance quote, do you agree that this person is in a buying mode, right? So Google is the only company that knows when one individual is looking for a insurance product. Facebook doesn't know that. Facebook is going to be more about life events. And there are multiple strategies that you can write 30 policies in 30 days using the internet. There are multiple ways. One of the ways is through Facebook advertising. However, that advertising is going to find insurance buyers based on life events. So if you're trying to sell home insurance to someone that recently moved, that's a life event that could trigger the buying decision for a home insurance. Okay, so that's the way how Facebook works. With Google, that's different. They are actively looking. Now, when I say Google, most of the insurance brokers normally think, yeah, but I'm going to place an ad in the search page, and then I'm going to compete with large companies that have deep pockets and multi-million dollar marketing budgets. How can I compete? I'm an independent insurance broker. And that's fine, because, well, first of all, that's the classic Google advertising, which is placing a text ad in the Google search results page. That's not what we're going to talk here. I'm going to bring something new. And so that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I also do not believe that going to the search results page with an ad would be the right strategy for you to begin with. I would argue that it's going to be hard for anyone to differentiate in one ad that is right beside other 3 ads, because you have 4 ads in the search results page, and it's a text ad. So it's really hard to differentiate yourself. So that's why I wouldn't recommend this strategy. But there are other ways to advertise using Google's ad ecosystem. And here's the thing, because Google knows when a specific person is actually looking to buy the insurance product that you want to sell, they can give that audience to you so you can use it in other areas of the advertising platforms that Google serves. Now, the search page is the first one that everybody thinks, but there are other ones. For instance, YouTube. And I have one live here I think I did it 2 weeks ago, where I explained how you can run ads on YouTube for life insurance leads and other types of insurance leads. But that's one way to place ads. However, those ads, they require you to record a video, and I get it. There, there, there are other problems that come when I say record a video ad, and that's not what I'm going to say here. Well, the other platform that you could advertise is on display, and let me explain what that is. So Google knows when someone is searching for a specific insurance product, and they allow you to place ads on magazines, on portals, on newspaper websites that sell advertising space to Google. So Google is going to buy that space and then allow you to place your ad on a partner website and only display to people that are looking for insurance products. Now, that's a good strategy. However, the problem with display is that those partner websites, they're not always good sources of traffic, because sometimes your ad is going to appear in apps, in games, and normally those sources are not that good. Then recently, and I'm talking about maybe 3 months ago, Google launched a new place that you can advertise that solves all of the problems that I mentioned, the problems with the source of traffic, not having a good source, but being able to target in-market shoppers. And this is the theme here in this presentation, in this live. It's going to be this new format, this new campaign that is called Discovery. All right, so Discovery, what that is actually. So first of all, your ad is going to be an image. So it's an image-based advertising. And how is that going to look like? We're actually later I'm going to share my screen. We're going to do one ad, but it's basically an ad that has an image, maybe your picture. But if you don't want your picture, you can just have a stock image, and then the product that you're offering, and then maybe starting ad, and that's it. So it's an ad, really easy to do. And it's image. So if you don't want to record a video, that's a good solution. Now, here's the thing. Where is it going to show? Where your ad is going to show? That's the magic of this new Discovery platform. It is going to show in all of Google's owned locations. So Google owns maybe half of the internet. Think about everything that they own. They own Gmail. They own YouTube. They own the Android operating system. They own Google Maps. They own Waze. So there are multiple locations where they are going to place your ad. And that's the beauty of it. Because a user has to be logged with their Google account, with their Gmail account to use those services, you can have laser precision to target a specific individual that is actually looking. So if someone goes to Google and types life insurance quote or term life insurance or something like that, you can then chase that person and show an ad in their Gmail, for instance, and then show that in their YouTube feed. Now, can it get better? It can. When Google created this product, they created with one goal in mind, which is performance. Google Discovery ads are optimized for lead generation. I'm not talking about creating your brand and making sure that people know you. No, this is hardcore generating good leads for you. Actually, you're going to see that there's only one way to optimize this campaign, which is for conversions, for leads. Google is going to, if you don't want to know, you won't even know how many clicks you got. Google is going to monitor your lead generation system, your landing page, and then they're going to give you leads. They're going to find in their audience leads, and they're going to give it to you. Now, Google is much better in fine-tuning audiences based on demographics than other platforms. And you're going to be able to slice and dice based on gender, based on age, even based on household income. Okay. Now, the title for my live is why you need to launch this now, and how this is new, and why do you need to go now and launch this campaign? Because think on what's going on at Google's headquarters right now. So they launched this brand new product, advertising product, right? And nobody knows about it, and people are still trying, and Google wants it to work. Of course that they have tested and it went through betas and all that, but they want it to work in the real world. They need success stories. So this is a big deal for Google. And because it's a big deal, I guarantee that right now you're going to have the best costs that there's going to be in any other platform right now. If you compare the cost that you're going to get a lead through Google Discovery versus Facebook, guarantee it's going to be lower because it's going to be incentivized, right? More than that, this new ad format is a image-based format. So it's a direct competition to Facebook and Instagram. So getting this to work is important for Google as a company because it's going to be a direct competitor for a product that Facebook sells. So it means that if it is important for Google that their Google Discovery product works, they're going to make it work, right? So you have to be in this boat. Now, why wouldn't you be? We can literally, and we're going to do this, we're literally going to create a campaign in minutes. You don't have to record ads, you don't have to do anything. So all you need is maybe 20 minutes, get it, and then optimize. And it's all based in performance. So you're going to get leads. Now, who exactly is going to see your ads? So who's going to be targeted? And basically, we're going to create two groups of people that are going to be targeted. The first group is going to be in-market insurance buyers based on their search intentions. So we're going to tell Google what we think that in-market insurance buyers are searching for. And we're actually going to use another tool to find out those terms. I'm going to show you all that. So that's group number one. Group number two, this is where it gets crazy good. For certain insurance products, Google has already done through their algorithms, through their magic, they have already created pre-built audiences for you. So if you're trying to sell the classic insurance products, then Google already built audiences to give to you so you can advertise to them. So that's going to be group number two. So we're going to advertise to those two groups, right? And when are they going to see the ads? They're going to see their ads when they're browsing on YouTube with their phone, when they're on Gmail, when they're reading news through Google's news system. So that's where it's going to show. Now, you can also target people based on life events. If you want to target newlyweds, you could. But that's if we're already if we can already advertise to people that are in market, why go to the long route to advertise to someone that needs to be convinced, right? So what do you need before we dive in? You need a landing page, you need a Google Ads account, and you need the Google Ads tag installed in your landing page so that Google understands what a lead is for you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here so we can do this together. All right, so here we go. Here's my Google Ads platform, and I'm going to go over here to tools and settings, and then I'm going to go to conversions, just to show you that I already told Google what a conversion is. And as soon as it loads, you're going to see that Google, in my demo website, I have Google's tag installed. And I came here before this live, and I said, look, I want you to understand that there are two conversion actions for me. One is the page view. So when someone views the life insurance landing page, that's one of the conversions. And then when someone submits a lead form, that's another conversion. We're actually going to go ahead and create the campaign based on this objective, which is the lead. We're actually going to tell Google, this is what I want. But if you want to go to a more light level, so if you want to Google to sell you, instead of leads, you want Google to sell you clicks, you would optimize for this. All right, so just wanted you to see that, and then we're going to go over here and then create a new campaign. All right, so what do we want here? We want leads, right? And then, of course, we want sales, right? We want commissions. But Google, the insurance sales process is an offline process mostly. So meaning you need to call the person, get an appointment. So they wouldn't be able to understand what a sales is. So we're going to optimize for leads. And then we're going to go here with discovery. So that's the new thing that recently came, right? So it's going to go over here. Let's continue. All right, so you are a member of a tribe, right? The tribe where I am, and it's a tribe that we want to write 30 policies in 30 days. And members of a tribe, they speak the same language, right? So why I'm telling you this? I'm telling you this because once you start doing this, it is important that we all speak the same language, because eventually we'll be able to brainstorm and share our notes and see what is working and what is not working. But if we don't have a standard for our campaign names, then we won't be able to compare. So because we're members of a tribe and a tribe speaks the same language, we're going to do this here. We're going to have the standard, which is going to be brackets, and then discovery, and then our goal, which is leads, and then we're going to just go ahead and type the insurance product that you're focusing on. So what do you say? Let's go with life insurance. Let's go with life insurance. And then locations. Do not try to go broad here. Look, Google is going to open a whole set of new clients to you. You don't need to be hungry and try to capture the entire country. Just go and try to capture your city and the surrounding cities. So let's go with San Diego, for instance. So San Diego, and then San Diego, you go and you target. So it's going to be plenty of clients. If you want surrounding cities, you could. Then for languages, here, if you want to target Spanish here as well, you could. And let me explain what that is. So you know that Google, based on the language that you have on your phone and the language you have on Chrome, it's going to know that you speak, that you understand a language. So there could be people in your demographic area that that they speak English, but their phone is set to Spanish, and then that's how you capture both of them. Okay, so that's a quick tip here. All right, so conversions. So you see, for bidding, what you want to focus on, there's only one thing that you can pick, which is conversions, which is actually the conversion for lead generation, right? So the target CPA is how much you want to pay for the maximum that you are going to pay for a lead. Now, if you don't have a basis of comparison, meaning you have basically no idea, you can go and follow Google's recommendation here and adjust, because it's basically a safeguard. Google is not going to try to get you leads at a cost higher than your target. So if you, in the beginning, I would recommend that you actually go with maybe a $20 cost. So at least you're going to give room for Google to bring you leads. And then you're not going to pay $20. You're going to pay what it actually costs. But then you can find out what that is from the battlefield and then adjust. All right. By the way, don't mind that my demo account here is set in euros. Yours is going to be in US dollars. It doesn't matter here. All right, so your budget. Here's how much you want to spend in each day. So it's your daily budget. I would recommend that you start in the beginning, in the first 2, 3, 4 days, with $30 to $34 to $40. So between $30 and $40, that's what I would recommend. You can increase as you get a bigger volume, as you start to sell, as you understand how discovery works. However, that's going to allow you to basically start. Okay? Then for additional settings, for ad schedule, here's, look, you want to be competitive. You don't want your budget to be spread out through the entire 24-hour period. So what you need to do here is set a time frame that ideally for a budget between $30, $40, ideally a time frame between 4 and 5 hours. And if you don't want to work on weekends, and why I'm saying this, because a lead, you need to call the lead as soon as the lead comes in. So if a lead comes in because your ad is running on Sunday and you're only going to call them on Monday, then that lead is not as valuable to you. So what I would recommend, if you don't want to work on weekends, just pick Mondays to Fridays, and then pick a 5-hour window here. So your budget is going to be maximized and constrained by this window. So you could, so if this ad is going to run on Gmail, so you would think that people are going to read their Gmail between 7 a.m. and maybe 10, and then you're going to add Monday to Fridays, and then you could pick here maybe 5 p.m. or maybe around lunchtime. Now, there's no right or wrong here, you see? So from 5 to 7. There's no right or wrong here. Basically, you pick one and go with it. Not sure if you remember one of my 4 principles I'm going to share here. The principle number 4, which is first do, then improve. Digital marketing is going to give you instant feedback. You're going to set a number here, a period here, and tomorrow you will know if you picked it right. So first do and then improve. Okay, so first do, then improve. That's my motto. Then then you pick. Now, end date, we don't want this. Here is a big trick that nobody's going to talk about, but I'm going to share. I am like, do you guys remember Mr. M? Mr. M. So this guy here, images. This guy here, I think it was back in the 90s. He was a magician, and he shared all of the secrets of the magic tricks. And I'm like this guy. I'm sharing all of the marketing tricks for you. So this is one of the tricks. So you go here to conversions, and then choose conversion actions for this campaign, and then you pick. You have to optimize for one. Okay, so do not leave this in the account level. So a campaign needs to have a conversion set for that campaign. Okay. All right, so we can leave everything as is. Now remember that I said that we're going to go after two types of insurance buyers. So the type number one is search terms. So we're going to go after people that are actually looking for the search terms that matter to you. So, and why 01? Because that's our language. We're members of the same tribe. We speak the same language. That's the only way that we'll be able to share and compare and support each other, right? So search terms, and then we're going to go here to browse custom audiences, and then custom audience. There's this plus sign here, and then we're going to click here, custom audience. Now we're going to give it a name, which is going to be search, and then the product, so life insurance. And then we're going to pick here people who searched for any of these terms on Google. You see how deep this is, and it's buried and you would never know, but Mr. M here is teaching you how to do it. So here's where we're going to add the Google search terms. And there are multiple ways that you can enter the search terms here. The first one is actually right. So we're looking for life insurance buyers. If you were going to buy life insurance in the next few days, what would you search for? You would search for life insurance quote. And then you hit enter. Now, here's another way for you to pick terms, is through the suggestions here. So term life insurance policy quotes, that's interesting. Cheap life, maybe you don't sell the cheap stuff, so maybe you don't want this audience. Term life insurance premium quotes, yeah, you want that. Affordable term life insurance rates, you want that. So you see, you go over this and you pick the terms that you want. However, there's a tool that I want you to know what that is, which is Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest. So this is, I don't want this. Let me close this. And then let's change this to English. Now, Uber Suggest. So this is the tool. You're going to go over here and type the insurance product that you're focusing on, and then search here English US. And then it's going to give you here the overview, but we're actually going to click here on keyword ideas. So keyword ideas. Now, here's where we can see the volume. I'm actually going to filter here by volume. So I want the terms with the highest volume. So life insurance as a keyword has 246,000 searches per month. Now, this is too broad for us. We want to find here in this list the terms that indicate a buying behavior. So this one, for instance, life insurance near me, definitely indicates a buying behavior because we buy from people that are close to us. So I'm going to add that here, life insurance near me. Now, let's see if we have another one. Is life insurance taxable? No. How much life insurance do I need? life insurance calculator, probably life insurance quotes online. So that's definitely, and we have 4,400 searches for a month. So for sure, we want that. Life insurance for mortgage looks like a good one. They already have a pain that they want to solve. Anyway, so you see how this works. Don't want to not bore you with the actual details. So that's what we're going to do. So save, and we have our custom audience here. All right, so that's what we're doing. In this ad group, we're going to target people in this audience that they actually search for it. Now, Google is after your money. They want your dollars. And they're going to say here, hey, I get it. I know you're targeting this crowd here, but can I show ads and spend your money on people outside of this? Basically, that doesn't make sense, right? So they're going to spend your money. So you're going to uncheck here. Show your ads to more people who are likely going to convert. So uncheck it here. Now, for demographics, perhaps you only want to show ads to males. Perhaps you don't want the younger age bracket here. Perhaps you only want to focus on 35 to 54. Now, you always want to keep the unknown, because sometimes Google doesn't know the age for certain, so it's going to be unknown. Perhaps you only want to show ads to people that are parents. And for household income, perhaps you don't want the lower brackets here with the lower income levels. All right, cool. So we have extreme precision here on who we're going to target with. Now, the last step is to create your ad. So you're going to go over here and then click here, new ad, and then go with the discovery ad. You could go with the carousel, but that's a little bit more complicated, and it's going to limit where your ad is going to show. So go with the discovery. And then here is where you're going to put your URL, so the landing page. Okay, so I'm going to put mine here, https, and then www.digitalinsurancebroker.com. Of course, you're going to put here your landing page. So if your life insurance quote landing pages like this, you're going to add the address here. All right, so we're going to do this here. Now, for images and logos, you're going to click here, images and logos. Google is going to scan your website, but you have multiple ways to upload your ad here. So you could upload, so you pick a file. So I can have here, let's go with, let me pick one ad here. That's the only one I have, so I'm going to put it over here. Okay, and then you're going to click to use, and then you're going to select the format. Ideally, you want a format that is in this shape, and then a rectangle, and then also in a portrait mode. So you want 3 types of ads so they can be displayed. So I'm going to select this ratio, but you can also pick stock images. Maybe you're going to pick here, let's see if we search for life insurance, what it shows. So we have stock images. So are you covered? Right, so we have this here, and then we can even pick here. You see how easy it is to create ads? Extremely easy. So you can pick. Now, be careful with stock images, because ads that look like ads, they're going to be treated like ads, meaning that they're going to be ignored. So ideally, you want ads just like the ones that I do. They're going to stand out. Okay, so let's go and click save. Oh, and it's going to ask you for one logo. So it's going to actually create your ad. So my logo is one like this. All right, so pick this as a logo, select, save. Now for headlines, you're going to write up to 5 headlines. So life insurance quote in San Diego. So I'm actually adding all of the demographics here in the same one. Or get a free life insurance quote now. Life insurance broker in San Diego. So you can add all that. And then the description, same thing. You're going to add request a free life insurance quote with the leading insurance providers in San Diego. So add all of that. Business name, you're going to add maybe your name. So add Cortez insurance. And then for the call to action, you're going to get quote in English. And that's it. That's it. I think that is going to be all that we need. Then add to ad group. And then we have our ad here. Let's create the campaign. And like I said, it's on. There we go. Campaign is ready. Let's continue. Let me show you how you can pause. If you have many leads and you want to pause the campaign, you just go here and pause. Pause the campaign. And it's going to be paused. It's not going to run. When you want it to run, you go and you enable. Now we're going to copy this. And then we're going to, so Control C to copy, and then Control V to paste. So we're going to paste it here. Let's paste. And why are we going to paste? Because I told you that we're going to target 2 groups. This one is based on the search terms that we identified. However, for life insurance is one of the audiences that is already pre-built. So for our second ad group, we're going to pick the audience that Google provided to us. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to edit the name. This is going to be 02, and then Google audience. And my Google audience, because it's a pre-built audience. So we're going to go with Google audience, pick here, Google audience, and then go to audience. And the nice thing is that it already copied the ad. So it's going to be really, really quick to identify here the only change that we need to do. All right, so the only thing that we need to do is to remove this here. So let's click in the pencil here. And then we don't want this life insurance here. So let's remove it. Then we're going to go to browse, and then what they are actively researching or planning. So in-market and life events. So let's go to life events, in-market audiences. Then we're going to go all the way down to financial services. Who would think, right? If you don't have this trick here, who would go over here and find it? So insurance, and then here are the pre-built insurance audiences that Google provides to you. So let's pick life insurance. You have auto, health, home, and life insurance. Then save. And that is it. That is it. That is it. Can you believe how easy this was? So we can go back here, overview, and then our campaign is all set. So it's going to be reviewed. The ad is going to be reviewed, and then it's going to run. So easy, right? And now you're ready to start to get your first leads. And they're going to be in market. Basically, it's going to be audiences that all you need to do is get them to give their details to you, quote, present options, and then get your commission. How fantastic is this? Do you guys like this? So let me, there's only one way for me to know if you like this, which is through the like button. So hit the thumbs up so I know that this is going to take you one step closer to writing 30 policies in 30 days. And leave a comment. I'm going to read all of the comments. Like I said, we're members of this tribe. So leave a comment. I'm going to reply. It's going to be good to hear from you. And I'm going to be back here next Wednesday with another strategy from start to finish to help you write policies every day. Bye. See ya.